How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Kizzy Awill here. We are back with another electric scooter video. Today we are going to be talking about the Inmotion RS and comparing it to the Wolf King GTR and the GT Pro. Now the reason I'm comparing it also with the GT Pro is because right now the Inmotion RS have actually gone on Kickstarter and it's starting at the price point of $3,500. That's close to the price point of the Wolf King GT Pro, which is currently selling for about $3,200. You can see the price right there, $3,295. That's how much it's going for right now, which is not a bad price. The first thing that people are going to complain about when an electric scooter has issue is how much they paid for it. When you charge people about $4,600 and any simple thing that has issue on this electric scooter, they're never gonna hear the end of it. People are gonna complain as much as possible. But if you do keep it at this price of $3,500, people will give you more grace. Like Inmotion, I'm telling you guys right now, since you guys are starting up with this high performance scooter, if you guys charge people less, you will be giving more grace when stuff does go wrong than if you charge people the $4,600 you guys are trying to charge and then have an issue with the app, have issue with the transforming setup, have issue with the lighting. People are going to complain on you guys. You guys are never gonna hear the end of it. So after the Kickstarter, it should go to maybe $3,700 or $3,800 if they really want to compete with what's on the market right now. Because I'm telling you guys, the Wolf King GT is a huge competition. Just the GT. I'm not talking about the GTR. The GT itself is a huge competition to the Inmotion RS because pretty much they have similar specs. There's not that much big of a difference with when it comes to specs. Now, of course, the Inmotion RS does have a bigger battery than the Wolf King GT Pro. The GT Pro comes with a 35 amp battery. Inmotion RS comes with a 40 amp battery. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. So I think that the GT is still a fair competition to the Inmotion RS, and with that price, with this price right here, man, this price for the Wolf King, look at all the reviews. The Wolf King GT Pro or the GT have been around for a while and it has been tested, and a lot of people that own this electric scooter, they love this thing. I've told you guys this before. This thing can get all the way up to 70 something miles per hour depending on the size of the person that's riding it. The Inmotion RS that just came out have been tested, two different people, and the top speed that it got to was about 60 to 62 miles. I already told you guys on my previous video before they even released any testing that you are not going to get no 68 mile per hour, that you're going to get about 60 miles to 62, and I was right on the money. For some of you guys that say you don't know what you're talking about, you haven't even ridden it, I was right on the money. After the test was done, you can only get 60 to 62. You can check my previous video. I was right. One of the biggest advertising point of the Inmotion RS was the transforming. This transforming thing, after watching multiple videos of people actually trying to adjust this suspension, this is I wouldn't say it's a fail, it's a nice try for innovation on a first attempt for Inmotion, but people have found this to be a little bit impractical, that even when they lowered this all the way down, that the stability is still not there. It doesn't feel like a sports anything, that it's better to keep it right in the middle, that it works better there. Also, the amount of time that it will take you to adjust this thing, it's not as simple as you're seeing it in the video. Some people actually require a power tool to try to adjust these things. Even though it does look nice, even though it is a nice idea, it's not practical. It's not something you can really use on a daily basis. And adjusting it, by the time you're done adjusting this thing, it'll be like 45 minutes if you don't have a power tool. If you're on a group ride, everybody will have already left you there. Some of these electric scooter companies don't really talk to real electric scooter riders before finalizing some of these ideas that they have. They don't talk to us, and therefore they end up creating things like this that nobody can really use because you don't talk to real riders. Because I know a way that they can actually make make the adjustment of the suspension 10 times easier and faster without any tools. If they have communicated with the community or people that ride electric scooters on a daily basis that know a lot about these electric scooters, we could have figured this thing out and it wouldn't be an issue right now. But people are already gonna complain about this, I know that for sure, because it's gonna be a pain to try to adjust this thing. Biggest selling point is going to be the price. This price right here, that 3,500, everybody's already raving about it. 3,500 for the Inmotion RS. I'm like, man, that's a good deal. That's a good deal for that scooter. If they change up the price after the Kickstarter end, they're gonna have a drop of sales like crazy, because like I said, the Wolf King GT is here. The GT Pro is here. I'm sorry, Inmotion, you guys came up with something new. It's nice, but the King have been the king for a long time for a reason. And you guys, this is your biggest competition right here, is the Wolf King GT Pro and also the GTR. Now, it would be crazy if the GTR comes out and the price point starts at 3,700. Oh, it's over. There is no way that the Inmotion RS is going to even do anything in the market if the Wolf King GTR comes out and the price point is around 3,500, 3,800. It is going to destroy the market, because one thing that you guys are gonna understand is people that have known this scooter within the GT, the Wolf King GT and the GT Pro, they love this thing, man. They really love it. It's not my cup of tea because it's a heavy electric scooter, and one of the things that I really like about my scooters is that I want it to be portable. Okay, I want it to be able to fit in the back of a car without any issue. Like I'm going to show you guys right here. It's at Jimmy and Andrew, and they were trying to fit this thing in the back of the car, and you can see the struggle that they're about to go through. You can't even fit this thing in the back of the car if you don't have like one of those hatchback. Look at this, you're gonna need a hatchback to fit this thing back there. It is a heavy scooter and the stem doesn't lock, so since it doesn't lock, it's always gonna be swinging, which is like the Segway GT2. I never liked that about the Segway GT2. It is not something that is portable. It's not easy to transport at all. It's a heavy scooter, but I do know that the Wolf King GTR has a removable battery, which makes it a little bit lighter and easy to transport. So on this case, the GTR might be more portable than the Inmotion RX. That's one thing I know for sure. A lot of the big issue that people are complaining about, I wanted to focus in on this kickstand, and I hope that they are going to take care of this. This is one of the things that I think they should really get it fixed before it even hit the markets. They need to go ahead and fix that right now, because the Wolf King GTR, that kickstand right there, that's a beefy kickstand. That's a real kickstand, powerful, holds up the scooter. Now you would think that for Inmotion RS, a scooter like this that's called a transformer, that the kickstand will be adjustable, which is what they should have done. Made it really adjustable. Since the scooter is gonna go lower and higher, it should be adjustable, so it will be easy for people to use. But it is not adjustable, and this thing will pretty much almost fall if you raise it to the highest level and then put the kickstand on. My final thoughts on this, between the Inmotion RX, Wolf King GT Pro, and even compare, the reason why I'm not really comparing it much to the GTR is because we haven't gotten the price of how much the GTR is going to be. Once we get the price of how much the GTR is going to be, then we can actually compare it to the Inmotion RS, because that's where we're gonna see the major difference, because most of these scooters, like I said, they are rocking similar specs. So price is going to be the game changer for most of these electric scooters. So we go to right here and you can see the price, 3,200, we say 3,300 for the Wolf King GT Pro, and Inmotion is stepping in there with offering 3,500 with some new features, which is a little bit more water resistant for this scooter. It's going to be a little bit more water resistant compared to the Wolf King GT Pro. Now, water resistant, not waterproof. I hope that you guys understand that. Just because it's a little bit more water resistant with the battery does not mean that you cannot mess this thing up. Inmotion RS does not give you warranty when it comes to this thing being waterproof. So I hope you guys understand that and not go riding this thing in the rain, because you will get it damaged. It is not waterproof, it is water resistant, and they did put that on their their website. But you can watch my previous video that I did on this, and it was on their website, and they said that it was water resistant, not waterproof. So just be careful. You're not going to be riding this thing through the water and stuff. You are going to see people who are going to be riding it through water, but that's for mainly advertisement purposes. When you do get yours, I highly encourage you not to ride it in the water. If you do get caught up in a little bit of rain, that might be fine, but don't take it to ride it in the water and thinking that it's going to survive regardless. But that's where the Inmotion RS does have a one-up on the Wolf King GT Pro. Other than that, these things are rocking similar specs. I think the Wolf King GT might have a little bit more stability than the Inmotion RS, even though they're saying that the Inmotion RS is going to have more stability with the setup of the forks and the new clamp and all that stuff. I don't know, something just tells me that that might not be the case. These guys, when they were doing their video, they were saying something about that Inmotion RS does not need a steering damper because the forks, they are already so strong and it's so steady that it doesn't need it. It doesn't need any steering damper. The truth is that the Inmotion RS actually comes with a built-in steering damper already inside of it, and they did show how you can adjust this, just so you guys know. Steering damper. So you can adjust it right there. I guess Andrew and Jimmy did not know about this. Pretty much that's it. The Wolf King GT versus the Inmotion RS. Which one should you get? If you are in the market right now and you're trying to get either the Wolf King GT or the Inmotion RS, which one should you get? My suggestion is to wait for the Wolf King GTR, because I think that when the Wolf King GTR comes out, depending on the price of it, that it will probably be a better bang for your buck to go with the Wolf King GTR over the Inmotion RS. Once the Wolf King GTR comes out, we're going to be able to compare it to so many things, because they also say it's going to be faster. We're going to compare the batteries, compare all the builds and all the adjustments they have made to it. If it does hold up, then you guys can see the reason why I was saying to go with the Wolf King GTR. So I believe that the Wolf King GTR is a more refined build than the new kid in town, which is the Inmotion RS. Don't get me wrong, the Inmotion RS is good. Like I said, what's gonna make the huge difference between the Wolf King GTR and the Inmotion RS is going to be the price. Once that price hit, if the Wolf King GTR comes in at a price 35, 36, 3700, it might outsell the Inmotion RS. That's all for now. I think I'll be comparing it to a few other scooters, but that's all I'm comparing it to right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it. Peace out.